Morning friend, I am Mr. Gundar Chowgule. Today we have to discuss the conduction and breakdown in gases as well as ionization process. Then first we have to discuss gas as a insulating media. The most common dielectrics are gases, and many electrical apparatus use air as a insulating media, while as in few cases other gases such as N2, CO2, Cl2, F2, that is ferron, and SF6. These are the insulating gases are used in the various apparatus. The gases consist of neutral molecules, so this is the good insulator. Under a certain condition, breakdown of the insulating property will be occurs when current can pass through the gases. The several phenomena are associated with the electric discharge in gases. Among them, there will be a spark, dark discharge, glow, corona, and arc will be produces. In order to conduct electricity, two conditions are required. First, the normally neutral gas must create the charges or accept them from external sources or both, and second one is the electric field should exist to produce the direction motion of the charges in particular direction. It will be very important. There will be a various phenomenon will be occurs in the dielectric gases when voltage is applied to the gas. When low voltage is applied, small current flow between the electrodes and the insulation retain its electrical property. But suppose you have to apply a voltage is very high, then the current flowing through the insulation increases and very sharply, and electrical breakdown will be occurs. A strongly conducting spark forms during the breakdown and partially produce a short circuit between the electrodes, and the maximum voltage applied to the insulation at the moment of breakdown is called as breakdown voltage of that gas. In order to understand the breakdown phenomenon in gas, the electrical properties of the gases should be we have to know very well, and the process by which current are produced in gases is essential. The electrical discharge in gases, there will be two types, that is non-sustaining discharge and self-sustaining type of discharge. The breakdown in gases is the transition of non-sustaining discharge into self-sustaining discharge. The buildup of high current in breakdown is due to the ionization, in which electron and ions are created and form neutral atoms or molecule, and their migration of to the anode and cathode respectively leads to high current. And Townsend's theory and Streamer's theory are the present two types of theories which explains the mechanism of breakdown under different conditions as a pressure, temperature, electrode field configuration, nature of electrode surface, availability of initial conducting particle. These are the different conditions. We have to study these two theorems in the next videos. Then we have to discuss the ionization process. Gas in its normal state is almost perfect insulator, but suppose you have to apply a very high voltage between the two electrodes immersed in a gaseous media, the gas becomes a conductor and the electrical breakdown occurs. The process that are primarily responsible for the breakdown of a gas are ionization by collision, photoionization, and the secondary ionization process. In the insulating gases, the process of attachment also plays a very important role. So, we have to discuss the detailed process of ionization by the collision. This is the diagram for the ionization by the collision. The process of liberating an electron from gaseous molecule with the simultaneous production of a positive ions is called as ionization. The process of ionization by collision free electrons collide with the neutral gas molecules and gives rise to a few electrons and positive ions. If we consider a low pressure gas column in which electric field is applied across two parallel electrodes, we have to shown here, then any electron starts at the cathode will be accelerates more and more between the collision with the other gas molecules during its travel towards the anode. That is nothing but the electrons are emitted from cathode and it will be moved towards the anode. If the energy gained during this travel between the collision exceeds the ionization potential Vi, which is the energy required to dislodge an electron from its atomic shell, then ionization process takes place. This process can be defined as or represented as electron plus atom is equal to E minus, that is electron, A plus, that is positive ions, plus E electron. Here we have to consider that E minus is the electron, A plus is the positive ions and A is the atom. If few electrons produced at the cathode by some external means, says by as ultraviolet light falling on the cathode and ionize the neutral gas particles and produces the positive ions and additional electrons. The additional electrons themselves making as ionizing collisions and thus process repeats itself. This represents an increase in electron current, and since number of electron reaches the anode per unit time is greater than those liberated at the cathode, and in addition to that the positive ions also reaches the cathode and on bombardment on the cathode gives rise to secondary electrons. This is the ionization by the collision will be takes place. And second one we have to discuss, that is photoionization. The phenomenon associated with the ionization process by radiation, photoionization involves the interaction of radiation with matters, and photoionization occurs when the amount of radiation energy absorbed by an atom or molecule exceeds its ionization potential. These are several processes by which radiations can be absorbed by an atom or molecule. They are excitations of the atom to higher energy state and continuous absorption by the direct excitation of the atom or dissociation of diatomic molecule or direct ionization, etc. Then we have to discuss the details of photoionization. Excited atom emits radiation when the electron returns to the lower state or to the ground state. The reversible process takes place when an atom absorbs the radiation. This reversible process can be expressed as H into V plus A, that is reversible process is equal to A star. The ionization process occurs when lambda less than or equal to C into H divided by Vi, where H is the Planck's constant, C is the velocity of light, lambda is the wavelength of the incident radiation, Vi is the ionization energy of the atom. Substituting for H and C, we have to get the lambda less than or equal to the 1.27 divided by Vi into 10 raised to minus 6 centimeter, where Vi is an electron holds. The higher ionization energy, the shorter will be the wavelength of the radiation capable of causing ionization. It was observed experimentally that radiation having a wavelength of 1250 ampere is capable of causing photoionization of almost all gases. Then next one is the secondary ionization process. The secondary ionization process by which secondary electrons are produced and are the one which sustains a discharge after it is established due to the ionization by collision and photoionization. They are briefly discussed. We have to discuss, that is secondary ionization process by the electron emission due to the positive ion impacts, electron emission due to the photons, then electron emission due to the metastable or neutral atoms, and electron attachment process. First, we have to discuss the electron emission due to the ion impacts, positive ion impacts. The positive ions formed due to the ionization by collision or by photoionization and being positively charged, they travel towards the cathode. A positive ion approaching a metallic cathode can cause emission of electron from the cathode by giving up its kinetic energy on impact. If the total energy of positive ions, namely the sum of its kinetic energy and ionization energy, is greater than the twice the work function of the metal, then one electron will ejected and a second electron will neutralize the ion. The probability of this process is measured by Vi, which is called as thousandth secondary ionization coefficient due to positive ions, and is defined as net yield of electron per incident positive ion. Vi increases with ion velocity and depend on the kind of gases or electrode materials are used for the system. Next one is the electron emission due to the photons. To cause an electron to escape from a metal, it should be given enough energy to overcome the surface potential barrier. The energy can also be supplied in the form of photon of ultraviolet light of suitable frequency. Electron emission from a metal surface occurs the critical condition, and this will be given by the H into V greater than or equal to phi, where phi is the work function of the metallic electrode and where frequency V is given in the relation of V is equal to phi upon H, is known as threshold frequency. The clean nickel surface phi is 4.5 electron volt, and threshold frequency will be that corresponding to wavelength is lambda is equal to 2755 ampere. If incident radiation has greater frequency than the threshold frequency, then excess energy goes partially as a kinetic energy of the emitted electrons and partially to heat the surface of the electrode. Since phi is typically few electron volts, the threshold frequency lies the far ultraviolet region of the electromagnetic radiation spectrum. Then third process is electron emission due to metastable and neutral atoms. A metastable atom or molecule is an excited particle whose lifetime is very large compared to the lifetime of an ordinary particles. Electrons can be injected from the metal surface by the impact of excited atoms, provided that their total energy is sufficient to overcome the work function. This process is most easily observed with the metastable atoms because of the lifetime of the other excited state is too short for them to reach the cathode and cause the electron emission. Unless they originate very near to the cathode surface, therefore yield can also be large, nearly 100% for the interaction of the excited particle or atoms. The neutral atom in the ground state also gives rise to secondary electron emission if their kinetic energy is high. At low energy, yield is considerably less for the emission of electrons. Then the last process is electron attachment process. The type of collision in which electrons may be overcome attached to atoms or molecule to form a negative ions are called as attachment collision. Electron attachment process depends on the energy of the electron and the nature of the gas. Is a very important process, forms the engineering point of view. all the electrical insulating gases such as O2, CO2, Cl2, F2, C2, F6, C3F8, C4, F10, CCl2, F2 and SF6 exhibits their properties. An electron attachment process can be represented as atom plus E electron, that is K plus K is equal to negative atomic ion plus Ea plus K. The energy liberated as the result of process is the kinetic energy K plus electron affinity, that is Ea, and in the attaching or insulating gases, the atom or molecule have vacancies in their outermost shell, and therefore an affinity electrons are forms, and the attachment process plays a very important role in the removal of free electrons from ionized gas when arc interruption occurs in gas insulating switch gas. Thank you, friend. These are the different processes for ionization we have to see, and gas as a insulating media, how will be breakdown will be occurs in the gases we have to see. Thank you once again.